Hey everyone, this is Steve from OpenBOM, and welcome to today's video on revisions, specifically the improvements we made in the May 2020 release of OpenBOM. So let's get started. I've got a wireless router which we're familiar with that I created in SolidWorks, and I used the integration to create a bill of material in OpenBOM. Now I'm a mechanical engineer, manufacturing guy. Revisions are things that I've spent a lot of time with, so I'd like to kind of take you through the improvements that we've made and show you how to take advantage of them yourself. So first thing we're going to do is we know that revisions always apply to the single level. So I'm going to switch to single level mode in OpenBOM. So I'm going to be doing some work with revisions. And let's take a look at this bill of material. So this is straight out of CAD, and this might be something where I want to get sort of baseline this. So I'm going to create a revision here. And we'll see that we now have the revision 1 and latest, which is what is work in progress, what we always have. So let's make a change, and let's just change this from 5 to 11 screws, and let's go make another revision. Okay, so and work at the top level, pretty simple so far. First thing we see, we've got a couple of revisions available. We've got the revision 1, which had quantity 4. We have the revision 2, which had quantity 11. And then we have latest revision, or what we call work in progress. And maybe in the end I've settled on this is going to have 8. So as I switch around between these revisions, we will see the OpenBOM render the BOM in the state that it was when I saved that revision. Okay, that's great. So let's get a little more advanced now. Let's say we're working with a colleague, and she's working on this this router base. So let's go ahead and use the composed of and open that, and we're going to kind of take on the persona of one of our colleagues. So she's making a few changes, and she's updated the label that goes on the bottom of the router. She's updated that to revision A, and she's going to go ahead and kind of create a revision of the base now. Okay, so we see we have a revision 1 of the base, as well as the work in progress. So so multi-level BOMs or BOMs in OpenBOM always connect up through the latest state unless they're in a revision. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. We've just made a revision of the base. We're going to return back up to the top, and let's define this base as revision A, and let's take a look at it multi-level. Okay, we now see in our work in progress of the top level, we see the changes that were made by our colleague in the lower level. Now those are still in the work in progress area, so in order to capture those, we're going to snap another revision, turn to single level, and snap another revision. Great. So we have now 3 revision states, for 3 revisions for the top level, 1, 2, and 3. And just to kind of remind ourselves, revision 1 was sort of what we came in as. Revision 2 was when we changed our quantity here to 11. And revision 3, and which we all remember, is where we made a change and brought this in at revision A. Okay, so now let's take a look at this in multi-level, and this kind of starts to get a little more interesting now. I can see that my revision 3 has the revision A of the lower level. So this is where I'd like you to start kind of experimenting with this a little bit as you make additional changes to, I'm going to move back over here, maybe this guy goes to B, and we save a new revision of the lower level BOM. As we do that, and we come back up to the top, those changes, I'm going to switch to my latest revision, those changes are always reflected at the upper level in work in progress. So if I want to capture those, let's take a look at this down here. If I want to capture those, here I've got now A and B from my sublevel. I want to make sure that I create another revision. So, kind of to recap, revisions are always created in single level. The work in progress always has the latest revisions from the lower levels, or I should say latest, always has the latest revisions from the lower levels. And if you want to make a revision at the top level, be sure to use this save new revision. So I hope you find that helpful. We'll have some more information online. You can always reach us at support@openbom.com.